Good morning. Northwest time is 6:52. It's time for your morning sprints.
Mark Peterson tracking our weekend weather for Bloomsday weekend.
But first, our Caroline Flynn at the Bloomsday Trade Show.
Yeah, we're up. Good news is you can be too, starting at 11:30 today. Right behind me is where you're going to want to pick up your bib and your information packet if you are going to be racing in Bloomsday, which I hope you are alongside me. We've also got the trade show, which has so many booths I couldn't even count them. That's all free to go through. Even if you're not doing Bloomsday, know that you can register here today and tomorrow, but you cannot register race day Sunday. It closes tomorrow at 6:30.
Have you ever thought about how much time you spend on your phone? Did you know that most phones have a feature that will tell you? We are inviting people to take the Screen Time Challenge to talk with you about how much time your eyes are glued to your devices. First, discover your screen time, which can be found in the Settings app on your phone. Then post that screenshot to social media with your reaction about it. Share in the post what you might do if you got that hour or two or however much back. Finally, tag a friend asking them to participate.
For the past 6 months, journalist Diane Sawyer and her ABC News team have traveled the country learning about our seemingly overwhelming smartphone addictions. Sawyer and her team searches for practical solutions for families in a 2-hour special. That's tonight at 8 o'clock only here on KXLY 4.
The strong gain is hiring around the U.S., in hiring, is suggesting businesses have shrugged off any concern the economy may slow this year. U.S. employers added 263,000 jobs in April, according to the Labor Department. The department says the unemployment rate fell to a new 5-decade low of 3.6%. That drop partly had to do with an increase in the number of Americans who stopped looking for work. Average hourly pay increased by 3.2% from the previous year.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, the latest on that cruise ship with hundreds on board quarantined because of the measles. The ship, owned by the Church of Scientology, is back at sea this morning.
A new video emerging of a young woman whose parents allegedly paid $6.5 million to get her into Stanford, offering advice on how to get into a top American university. New developments in the college admissions scandal coming up on GMA.
Good morning, everybody. High pressure is going to be dominating. What does that mean? It means sunshine, and we're going to see warmer temperatures slowly work their way in. We're going to be in the mid-60s today. Sun to continue throughout the day, but then some afternoon clouds are going to come in, so just be aware of that. We're going to see highs that are in the 70s into the central part of the state. We're going to be in the mid-60s. Lewiston, we're going to be low to mid-70s there. And again, mid-70s all the way into North Idaho.
The Spokane School District will not lay off as many employees as originally thought. We have learned 244 total employees will not have their jobs next year due to budget cuts. And that's about 25% fewer than the 325 layoffs announced last month. 11 teachers who were originally laid off got their jobs back because of more funding from the state. But 72 non-certificated employees found out they will not have a job next year.
We're continuing our community conversation about homelessness in Spokane. Spokane police say over the last 4 years, the city's homeless problem has exploded. Last week, we told you since the beginning of the year, the department has gotten 116 calls reporting camps. Just 5 days later, that number jumped to 145. Officers say it's putting a strain on the department, and Spokane's generosity might have put us here.
We are learning more about what caused an inflatable bounce house to flip in Zillah High School, injuring several students. The police department there says safety protocols had been met before a gust of wind sent the inflatable 15 to 20 feet in the air and nearly 250 feet down the field. Cell phone video captured a small part of the chaos. One student was airlifted to Seattle with critical injuries.
The Stoughton County Judge Scott Galena, charged with rape and sexual assault, has taken an administrative leave while his legal case moves ahead. Authorities say those alleged crimes happened in Galena's courtroom. He was arrested in the courthouse in April and charged with second-degree rape, indecent liberties, and fourth-degree assault with sexual motivation. His attorney says Galena adamantly denies all charges.
A nationwide search is on for Stevens County man James Russell Bolton Jr., who ran for sheriff a few years ago. Deputies say he threatened members of his own militia with notes claiming to be from a Mexican drug cartel. A search warrant shows one victim received a note demanding $250,000. It said if they didn't pay or give up their land within 15 days, they would be kidnapped and killed.
A powerful cyclone is hitting the eastern coast of India today. Cyclone Fani is one of the most severe storms to hit in recent years. 1 million people have been evacuated and 3 people have been killed. Forecasters say flooding could threaten low-lying homes. Numerous flights and train services in and out of the state have been canceled, while schools and government offices are shut down. Operations at 3 ports on India's eastern coast have also been shut down.
Well, don't go looking for Alex Jones, Louis Farrakhan, or Milo Yiannopoulos on Facebook. The social media giant kicked them and several other high-profile people off its platform because they're considered dangerous. Some critics scoffed at Facebook's move, saying it was only doing this to generate some good press and taking attention away from its privacy and data sharing issues.
And looking ahead to your weekend, Food Truck Friday is back. If you don't have lunch plans this afternoon, you might want to head over there. If you go to Wall Street in downtown Spokane, you'll find a handful of food trucks ready for you to get your grub on. On your screen is a list of all of the trucks that are scheduled to be out today. The event runs from 11 to 2.
It was a successful day for giving for Idaho Gives. Many donated online, though Coeur d'Alene residents had a chance to give in person at a block party in City Park. Visitors were able to stop by to learn more about local nonprofits and how they can get involved, either by donating or volunteering. All proceeds went to Idaho Gives. Donors beat the fundraising goal, raising more than $1.9 million in total.
Well, fewer than half of kids in foster care graduate by 18 in Washington. For kids in the Treehouse Graduation Success Program, that number's close to 70%. Cheney High School senior Alex Gerkensmeyer is part of the Treehouse program. He has a mentor who helps him set and achieve goals, look out for his well-being, and advises him on any financial issues. Alex will graduate from Cheney High School this spring and already has most of his gen ed requirements for college finished.
All right, taking a live look outside. Commute underway, looking pretty good. Bring your sunglasses. Make sure that you're ready for that. Well, a few clouds coming in this afternoon. Current conditions outside with that sunshine. We're at 40 degrees now, 41 into Deer Park, also into areas of Pullman. Absolutely gorgeous. Temperatures in the mid-40s for the central part of the state. We look at that extended forecast for the weekend. Again, just knocking on the door. 71 Saturday. Bloomsday 72, of course, overnight lows into the mid-40s, and then next week's going to be awesome. But the weekend itself, I've got to tell you, you're going to be able to do whatever you want to do, and a lot of us have to do.
So maybe like ice skating.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Maybe some
If you go to Eagles Ice Arena, you could still. You could climb to the top of Lookout and still snowboard if you wanted to. Biking, enjoying yourself,
Smart, Alex.
really just make the plans. It's
When's the
out
last
there.
time you got applause on your 7-day forecast?
It is rare, and so thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all next week.